This is Jonathan Agam here for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to be joined by the Savage, Alen Babic. He needs no introduction. Alen, how you doing?
Thank you, brother, for that introduction, but I don't need it. Yeah,
Yeah, I got it
you're
the wrong
part
way
of my
around.
army. You're part of my army, so it's all good, brother. It's all good. No, just started training again, so it's really perfect. Much better than days before.
We just had a little chat off record there, just talking about your shoulder injury. Just let the fans know how it's getting on.
Well, it's getting in hyper speed. It's really Savage is healing it. I send a little savages from my brain to attack my shoulder. No, I know, and it works. Everybody says that my physio, my doctor says it's incredible. It's been only 16 days and I can do everything. People can't move their arm. I can do it. I can punch. It's very, very good, very good.
How did the injury actually happen? For those that don't know, when did it even happen? Was it during the Tom Little fight?
Well, listen, that is the injury I have been pulling for a long time. Because when I was in the Dillian Whyte camp for Shader Winters, that was like 1 year ago. I felt it was cracking, and they put me those bandages, those tapes and stuff.
Mhm.
I did full sparrings, but it was so painful. But I just forgot about it. I said I gotta do at least 3 fights, to make my name, to let everybody know what I can do. And I said to the gods, just please let me do these 3 fights, and I'm gonna go to surgery, no problem. And that is exactly what it was. I was fucked up before 3 fights before, but my shoulder put up with me, and it's good. It's good. I'm not mad at it.
So we saw that version of Alen Babic. We saw the injured Alen Babic all that time. We haven't seen the one with no injury.
Yeah, I didn't talk to nobody about the injury because I don't care. I honestly, I didn't even remember it. I was just, saying oh to the gods, and then I was just, oh, it's okay, it's past. So, yeah, I think I can do much more. Yeah, I just need a dancing partner. Everybody who they put in front of me, it was a mismatch, total mismatch. I had 6 mismatches so far. So I hope I'm gonna get a big fight in this year. At least one big fight.
Talk to me about 2020 though. It was your breakout year. Everyone sort of now knows who you are and what you do in the ring. How happy were you with 2020, Alen?
Yeah, well, listen, I'm ecstatic. How can I not be happy? I would be foolish to say like, oh no, it was a perfect year for me. And I'm sad because all over the world going through a crisis and stuff. My country is hit hard. I am sad about them, but I can't say nothing bad about 2020. It was the year of my life for sure. Everything I've been working for just came onto the screen. And it's a nice thing. I just get emotional. It was a beautiful year. It's beautiful for me. It was not so good for the world, but
Mhm.
it was a savage year.
Let's talk about your last fight against Tom Little, who you actually get on quite well with, it seems, when you're not in savage mode. Talk to me about the fight. Have you spoken to him since? He's obviously retired as well.
Yeah, we talk all the time. I can't let you in on the details, but we talk about retirement also. I told him we're too young, brother. You don't retire with 30 years. We're young. We're both young. When we were 50, then I can think about retirement. So I tried to do that with him, and he responded. But you're gonna see. He's gonna tell it to everybody. But yeah, I hear. We talk much. We talk like every week at least once. What's up, brother? Which is a pussy and stuff like that.
What about the fight though? How do you think it went for yourself?
Well, it went as expected. I told him you were hyping out. He was really hyped. He was in the shape and everything, but his levels beneath me. It's just a total mismatch. I just beat the shit out of it. They said it was like a street brawl, and that's what every of my fights looks like. Because I don't care what you do. That's what I keep saying to everybody. You can be a perfect boxer. I'm a perfect brawler. You gotta brawl me first, and then you can box. If you can run around the corner, I'll give you the victory. But you can't run for 8 rounds, 10 rounds, so you can't run. You gotta meet me at some point. And he did meet me in the center of the ring, and I thank him for that because it was a very good fight. Very, very interesting. I watch it like every other week. I love it. I love the fight. So much exchanges and everything, but it was just far too much for him to bear, And I'm used to it. For me, it was normal.
So you're on the recovery. When do you think you're going to be, starting punching, really resuming training to where you need to be? Do you think?
Well, like I said, I need another. They told me 3 weeks, like a few days ago. So I think I need another 18 days, and then I'm cleared to train. I'm clear. So they said if everything was good, I just need, I don't know, maybe another few weeks of sparring, and I'm ready. So I think it's gonna be like that. First they said I'm gonna take months, but I said weeks. I don't do months. Who does months? I don't have time for that. I'm not that young. So I think I'm gonna be battle ready maybe 40 days, 40, 30 days, 40 to 50 days.
Okay. Eddie Hearn announced a bunch of cards up till around April time. Do you think there's any chance you could feature on any of them?
Well, I was supposed to fight on the 4th of March on Dillian Whyte undercard. I was supposed to do that with Molina, so that fell off, But as of now, I think I'm gonna be ready by that time. But it was too soon, It would be too much of a risk, So we're not gonna risk it. There's no need, because I have whole of the other half of the year. So last time I did 4 fights in 4 months. So this time I can do the same. If you want to see me in my Savage Arm also see me, I'm gonna do the same. I tend to I wanna do four fights, One fight in maybe fifth month and then another 3, like the last year.
Okay. What sort of opponents do you want to fight this year? Have you thought of any guys in mind?
Well, I see a lot of them challenging me right now, like hot stuff, that's good. I like that, just keep my name out there, but they're not relevant, I would like to fight Lucas Browne. That's what I always say, that's what I always said because I think we have a good story. We match up pretty good. We are both bangers, there's like 90% of KOs between us two.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like Lucas Browne, but whoever they give me, listen, it's not easy to find an opponent for me. So whoever says yes, I'm gonna fight him. It's more about the Savage, not that much about the opponent anymore.
So Lucas Browne's a possibility. I've heard Nick Webb mentioned.
He ran away for like I don't want to fight him. He's like 100 on the list, and he's not interesting anymore to me. Because we spoke to him like I think 8 times. Don't get me.
Oh.
Don't hold me to the word, but I think 8 times he just denied it. And then they wanted him to fight Fabio Worley, and then he denied them. I don't want to fight guys. I'm not interested in that fight anymore.
Fair enough. So if it's Lucas Browne, that would be a good test for yourself. Where do you want to be by the end of 2021, Alen?
Well, I want to do another 4 fights. So, and I want to do exactly the same year as 2020, so we can talk about my triumphs and our triumphs. You are obviously in the Savage Army. We can drink ale from the curved horns and stuff. That's just what I want. And everything that happens in between is just part of that work. Work that Dillon puts in me, Jay, the manager and stuff, and Eddie Hearn, obviously. So everything is just going to be a collateral damage. Every belts, whatever. I don't know the name of the belts. I just fight. I let those guys that they are experienced. They know what they're doing. So I'm not going to get in their business. So I would just like to talk about triumphs and victories. That's it.
You're bringing back the old school in 2021 again?
I told you. Did I bring the old school in 2020? Yeah, that's why you talk to me right now. I knew it. I said it to you all. I'm gonna bring it back. They're like, no, he's not. Yeah, we'll do it. Fuck you. I did throw 100 punches every round, and this is the result. But that's it. I threw it all on the line, every single fight. Because I'm from the small country, small town, we don't get that much opportunities. When you get to fight in Eddie Hearn's garden, bro, you just go for it. I hate when I see those guys just holding back and I know doing tactics and stuff. What the fuck are you doing? You're fighting in Eddie Hearn's garden. You gotta die for it, you know. So that was my mentality, and obviously it was working.
Will you ever change at all? Because you've probably seen some people say, you know, you're going forward too much. You know, you need to be more defensive. Will you ever change?
I will never change, but I know all of the. Listen, my coach is an Olympic coach. I keep telling everybody. I have 2 Olympians in my club. We spar every day. I can do that all night, but you don't want to see me running around. I can do that, but I'm not going to be that fun. I'm not going to talk to you. You know, I'm not going to be savage. Who the fuck would like to watch savage doing what? Well, we're just checking out other guy. I killed him, brother. I sent him to hospitals. I already ended two fighters. They're retired. 2 fighters, Neil Kennedy and Tom Little. So that's the way I roll. You know, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to see what you got. Tom Little is a good fighter. You know, you saw it. He has some moments, but I didn't let him have that moments. You know, the ring is mine. It's my domain. I don't let you do stuff in my house. You know, you can just come in. You can sit, have a beer or anything, and shut up. You know, you can't walk around my house and dancing and screaming and stuff. And that's my thing. And when somebody does come, who will need more to beat, I will do it. You will see. You will see everything. Yeah.
Alen, let's talk about a few fights in the heavyweight division coming up. Your manager, Dillian Whyte, gets the chance at revenge on March 6th against Alexander Povetkin. How is this fight going to go for you, Alen?
Well, listen, Dillon is a beast. He's been training for like 1 year non-stop. You know, he doesn't do that normally. So I think he's gonna be at his maximum violence. You know, he's just a crazy guy. He's an emotional guy. That is the most dangerous one. He's like me. You know, we're the same, from the same cloth. And he just wants revenge. You know, he just want it so bad. When you want something that bad, it just comes to you. You know, it's the nature of the law of the nature. You know, so I think Povetkin gave it his all in the last fight. That was a beautiful shot, you know, but that was set by the gods also, by the Russian gods, because 9 times out of 10 that wouldn't land, but that one time it landed. And listen, Dillon has a hell of a chin. I don't think I ever punched anybody with better chin than Dillon, and he just slips him like that. So that was perfect. So I think this time Dillon just smashes him like the first fight, but he continues to do that. Like I said to him, don't box with Olympic boxer. You're not that good. Nobody's that good. No, we don't fight. I don't fight like that. I'm not gonna box with Usyk. What can I expect? You know, it's all there. You don't box. You just smash him. He's a amazing brawler. He's a street brawler. You know, he can be if he wants to, and he'll fucking injure the guy. That is the beauty of the boxing. You know, because it doesn't matter who's better. If you're crazy, if you want it more, you know, like Jack Dempsey, Rocky Marciano, I saw those guys. Joe Frazier wasn't the best technical guy in the world, but everybody tuned in to watch. So I would like Dillon to go a little bit back in his career, and he was like that, and to end Povetkin, of course.
You mentioned Oleksandr Usyk. There's talk he might fight Joe Joyce. What do you think of that fight, Alen?
A very interesting fight because styles makes fights. Yeah, so we all grown up hearing that styles makes fights, and that those 2 styles were perfect. You know, this Joyce is moving forward and he's pretty stiff but strong. You know, everything. And Usyk is a magician, so it will be very interesting to see who will do fight theirs. You know, who will take the center of the ring and stuff. So very interesting fight.
Just a couple more, Alen, before we finish up. Have you seen what's been going on with Deontay Wilder and Mark Breland? They're having a back and forth. Have you seen what's going on?
Yeah, but I think it's stupid. I think it's bad for boxing. I think it's pretty stupid. I don't know what to say. Wilder, obviously, losing some stuff in his head. It's loose, brother. He needs to get a screwdriver to fix himself. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. He's talking about Christ, about church, about some. It's crazy. Talk boxing, shut the fuck up. Talk boxing or go away. He's just stealing the lights of the reflector from the young guys, from the young bulls, the young guys who wants to do boxing. Like he and his trainer, who wants to sit there? I'm not interested in their conversation. And the trainers goes like, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that." Stupid. Nobody cares. Shut up.
Do you think he might come back?
Fury beats him. Fury terrorized him with his beating. It was beating. Just put your head down and say, "I got beat by a better man, and then I'm gonna return, or I'm not." So it's that simple. You need to say he did this, he did that. What did he say? He nailed his ear with nails. He scratched his ears with nails. What the fuck is he talking about? It's fucking crazy.
There was some talk of him fighting Dillon at some point.
Yeah, but he was just continuing to talk about church and some Christians. I don't know what the fuck he talking. He doesn't talk about fighting Dillon. Dillon talks that because Dillon is a true fighting man. He want to talk boxing. Wilder didn't talk boxing for like 1 year. I never heard. I watch boxing. I follow boxers. I don't want to follow preachers. Go preach to your church. Fuck. So I just get angry because it just you lose. The point is that it's not boxing. The point is something else. So I don't know what the fuck is his problem.
Alan, we learnt some news just a few days ago. Unfortunately, Leon Spinks passed away. I know you're a massive boxing fan. We send condolences to his family, but yeah, sad loss for the boxing world and of course for his family. Spinks beat Muhammad Ali, of course.
Of course, Leon Spinks is one of the greatest. I think is he in Hall of the Fame or is he not? I think he is.
I think so.
He's Olympian. Didn't he won the Olympics?
Yep, he won the Olympic Games. Yep.
He is right up there. So just a terrible loss. But listen, we are getting into that era that a lot of these guys are gonna go because they're old and stuff. And the boxing then was different. It takes the life out of you, so you can't really hope up to live to be 100. It's just hard, yeah. But I watched his fights in memoriam, to honor him. I watched his fights a few days, and he was a great athlete. He beat Muhammad Ali. Nobody does that, You're not allowed to beat Muhammad Ali, and he did it. So he was obviously a special man.
Lastly, Alan, one more. I saw the other day on social media Andy Ruiz training in Canelo Alvarez's gym with Ryan Garcia. What do you make of that? Do you think he's going to come back stronger this year?
Well, Andy Ruiz disappointed me as any other. I was really his huge fan because I love the underdog stories. And that thing he said, like, "Mom, we don't have to work anymore." We all caught up in it. I just immediately followed him and stuff. And then that other fight with Joshua was just pure shit. It was just an easy sparring. Why would you do that? I have obligations for my Savage Army, which is nothing compared to his fans. And he wasn't good to us. He wasn't good to me as a fan. As a fan, I was crazy. It was a shit fight. Imagine Tyson doing fights like that for the world championship. Don't do that. Don't do that, brother. I think he fucked up, and I will never forgive him. I don't care about Ruiz anymore. And I was his super fan.
Well, there you have it. Alen the Savage Babic looking to come back stronger in 2021. You heard it. 4 fights, hopefully, this year. We look forward to it. Alen, wish you all the best in continuing your recovery. Can't wait to see you back out, and I appreciate you talking to pro boxing fans tonight.
Thank you for the invite, and I always love to talk to you guys. You're my army, and I'm gonna be back, brother. I'll be back.
Great stuff. Alen Babic, take care of yourself.